I am packing up my McDonald's bag today because I got an invite from Grimace himself to go to a New York Mets game. I know, probably not the first thing you think of when you think of Grimace and McDonald's, but let me explain to you why this all makes sense. So back in June of this year, McDonald's got Grimace a very special birthday present, throwing out the first pitch at a New York Mets game. Crushed it. And from that moment, the Mets went on to win the next 7 games in a row, and the Mets fans dubbed this the Grimace Era, or the Grimace Effect. And to commemorate that moment, they invited some of Grimace's best friends to celebrate that stretch of New York Mets wins. The first problem though is that I don't really have much Mets gear. I mean, I'm a McDonald's guy, not really a sports guy. So we're out here seeing if we can grab a hat or a shirt or something. Now, I don't really know what to expect, to be honest. They give you a pretty vague description, probably so nothing gets spoiled. But my main hope really is that we actually get to meet Grimace. I mean, that's like a childhood dream come true. I can even remember Ronald McDonald came to my local McDonald's when I was growing up. Now, I didn't go, but man, I remember driving by and the place looked like a Hollywood club because it was such a big event. Now, I don't expect a club-like experience here, though I know Grimace likes to get down. But these events are always a good time. Definitely check out when I went to the Loki event a while back, but I'm excited to see what's in store today. Once we got there, we were whisked away and pretty much immediately greeted by him, Grimace himself. And we really got to spend some quality time with the guy. I showed him my epic McDonald's bag, and he was so ecstatic to see him and his friends on there. And this was just a surreal moment. Like, seriously, how is this my job? And I really can't even begin to imagine what my childhood self would think if he could see me now, still playing with toys as almost a 30-year-old and hanging out with Grimace. Yep, this is my life now. And there's still a bit to go in this video, but this is the moment that I really wanted to thank McDonald's for making a childhood dream come true. And guys, this clip right here, why does this make me like tear up? I love you, Grimace! But then we headed to our seats to finally see what we are really here for. In honor of that Grimace Era winning streak, Citi Field and the Mets have now given Grimace his very own seat. This game was the great unveiling, and of course Grimace was there too to celebrate, and there were fans coming up to this thing the entire night. But as the game started and the new chair now in place, this begs the question, will a new Grimace Era start? Well, today the Mets were facing off against the Washington Nationals, and well, the game started off a little slow, but don't worry, my wife and I kept it grooving. And this video really isn't going to be a play-by-play of the game, because as we covered earlier, I'm not the biggest sports guy. But early on in the game, they showed off the seat to the crowd, and they actually played a game with one of our Grimace clan who was lucky enough to sit in the seat, and she won this awesome Grimace Loungefly. But hey, did you notice anyone up there? Yep, that guy that's paying absolutely no attention to the camera and just focusing on recording the action, that's me. The sacrifice is for you all, really. But actually later in the game, we did get on the Jumbotron, though I didn't get any footage of that. But then things were looking grim. In the 4th inning, the Nationals scored, putting the Grimace Effect into question. And I think Chelsea is right.
Not enough Grimace.
Which is why from that point on, the Mets knew they had to put some magic out there. And what magic is that exactly? Grimace. He was showing up everywhere at that point. On the Jumbotron, on the field. And even when he wasn't out there, he still was. And y'all, it worked. The Mets scored in the 8th inning, held off the Nationals for another inning, leaving the Mets to then score in the 10th inning, with a final score of 2-1. And I mean, I like to think this is all thanks to Grimace. But we ended the night with getting a little Grimace goodie bag with hat and shirt, and I really just gotta say thank you again to McDonald's for sending me to this. Part of the reason I make videos about so many McDonald's toys is because I just had so much fun with them as a kid, and then you look at me today as an adult, and they are still delivering on that joy. I hope you all enjoyed this little adventure. Thanks again to McDonald's, and as always, thanks for watching. This is a big deal, okay?